Hello, friends. So, in this lecture, we will study another very important topic of sociology, and it has come again and again in the previous year. So, the topic name is Qualitative and Quantitative Research Methods in Sociology. So, I will try to simplify this as much as possible because it is a difficult chapter to understand. So, we will have some 2, 3 more lectures on this chapter as it is extremely important for the examination as well. So, first of all, we will understand what is qualitative research methods. Okay. So qualitative research methods were propounded by non-positivists. So they were trying to understand the underlying meaning behind any action of the actor. So that is why they were trying to focus on why and how of human behavior and social structure. Why this is happening, how this is happening, why there is caste system, how caste system operates. So they were trying to go deep and not just focusing on things which can be seen from like which can be quantified. So anything happened when it can be quantified, what happened can be quantified, now where happened can be quantified, but it's very hard why it happened, how it happened. So qualitative research focuses on understanding the meaning, characteristics, and qualities of social phenomena. So be it marriage, be it kinship, be it family, be it urbanization, anything. So this was something propounded by the non-positivist. And there are several methods which are deployed in qualitative research. The first one, and one of the most important, is interviews. So let me give you an example, like researchers studying the impact of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme. So they might conduct in-depth interviews with parents, teachers, and girls in various villages to understand their perspective and their experiences about the scheme. Like how it is impacting the girl child. Is it really impacting? Okay. Max Weber emphasized Westehen to grasp the subjective meaning individual attaches to their action, and he believed that this is something which is objective also in nature. It is something which is objective also. Okay, and the second very important method, participant observation, deployed by first the social anthropologist and then by Indian stalwarts like M.N. Srinivas. He deployed participant observation as C. Dubey. So it was a method which is seen as something where the person who is doing research is immersing himself or herself in the research, living what his observants are living, trying to live that. So there will be inherent biases as well, and there will be Hawthorne effect as well. That people change their behavior and try to become idealist when they think that they are being observed. When they feel that they are being observed, they change their behavior. Okay, so a sociologist might live in a village like Kampura village, Kurg. M.N. Srinivasan lived there and try to experience the lives of people, or Andre Bete, per se, in a Sripuram village study. So he also lived there and try to understand the lives of people. However, there are certain cleavages to it. So if Andre Bete was perceived as coming from Brahmin community, and now his approach or his actions to understand the people coming from humble background was something which was not free flowing because he was perceived as Brahmin, okay, because of his color. Or Leela Dubey conducted her study, and then she said that I was a woman that was never forget by the villagers. So they behave in a certain manner. Clifford Geertz conducted researches and many others. The third one is focus group to study public opinion on, say, for example, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Focus groups can be organized with different community members. There can be members from bureaucracy, from NGOs, from NGOs also different types of NGOs. So there can be politicians, there can be researchers. So different kinds of people can be there, uh, and to discuss their views on sanitation and cleanliness. Merton developed the focus group method to explore group dynamics and collective opinions. Okay. Now, what are the advantages as well as the disadvantages of qualitative research. So the biggest advantage is that it provides deeper insights and comprehensive understanding of social phenomena. So if you see the study of André, he's talking about everything. He's talking about not only some superficial thing, he's talking about how the lives collectively is changing, how the caste, class, power structure is changing. And when we see the study of M.N. Srinivas, he's not talking about even the rituals and how the rituals are playing a role to have a kind of solidarity among people. It also captures the complexity and nuances of human behavior. How, if you want to study, say, for example, tribals, is it possible with the superficial researches? You will have to live their experiences, and then only you will able to capture the complexity. Say, for example, if you are conducting a research in Nagaland, every village has a specific occupation and specific ritual. So to understand that complexity and nuances, you will have to deploy qualitative research. Now there are disadvantages as well. It's a extremely time consuming and may not be able to you may not be able to generalize things coming from all those observations. And second is subjective interpretation by the researcher, and there can be biases. And I had named a few. Hawthorne effect. There are various things. Reliability, validity question is there. Is it the information that you have observed? Can it be replicated? Can it be replicated again on same set of people? And it fails on these measures. Now we'll see quantitative research methods. The champions of these methods were the founding fathers of sociology. Durkheim deployed this method in his study of society, and it is something which was focused by the positivist, and they were trying to uh, focus on where, and when, where it happened, when it happened, what happened. So in that, and they were trying to observe only observable phenomena and not going inside the in consciousness of human being. So it involves the collection and analysis of numerical data to identify patterns, relationship, and causality. That's why Durkheim has connected the solidarity with the society, and compared the different societies. He had also taken a lot of other variables like age, sex, etc., season, and so many other things. Okay. And there are various methods in quantitative research. Like the first is surveys. They are extremely important method. So the biggest example is National Family Health Survey. You all must be knowing about NFHS survey. It collects data on various health and demographic indicators. And it collects data from households across the India, and you will see there are lots of findings of NFHS survey or per se census. So census is what? It is also kind of a kind of quantitative research method. So in this, the enumerators are going and asking a lot of details about the literacy, about how many people are living, uh, uh, and other indicators to gauge a particular pattern which can be utilized. Okay. uh, and there are many other survey like economically PLFS, so periodic labor force survey. It is also a kind of uh, quantitative research methods deployed at a larger scale. The second is questionnaire. Questionnaire methods. There can be questionnaire which can be online, it can be offline. You may have encountered lots of questionnaire while you will be scrolling from one website to another website. Okay. And there can be some set of questions and with options, not free flowing. And when it is not free flowing, it can be quantified, it can be researched, it can have things which can be analyzed with ease. Okay. Because it focuses on structured data, structured and measurable data. So this is something which is useful in quantitative research. So experimentation is an important part of the quantitative research methods, and that is why the methods which will be adopted will be in same manner. Okay, and there are many more methods, but I am trying to give you examples and trying to give you a content which can be written in an answer. There are different methods in quantitative research. which you can study and analyze. However, the extremely important method is surveys. There are case studies as well. Like on a particular matter, you are going in depth. You are trying to go in depth, and these are the case studies are mostly important for things like rights, for things like disasters. For them, these kinds of methods are more important. And if you will comment on this video that I need a detailed video on individual methods as well, then I will come up with that also. What are the advantages? So it allows for analysis of large data sets, leading to generalizable results. There is high reliability, there is high validity. Same kind of result can be replicated. And it also helps in identifying patterns at a large scale. And this method also does not require large expertise, or it's not a costly method as compared to the qualitative research method. So these are some advantages. Disadvantages: it overlooks the context and deeper meanings, and it can be limited by the availability and quality of existing data. Like there is a big drawback of Durkheim research is that the data which was collected was from the police stations. And then how many what about the unreported crimes or the quality of data in the managed by the police? These are questionable data. So this was the overview. And yeah, to conclude this, there are ways where both the methods can be combined. They are like a triangulation. You are deploying both qualitative and quantitative research. Okay, so say for example, you are trying to conduct a research and you are conducting interviews with participants, as well as you are combining it with the government data on employment rates and income levels. And you are also taking interviews from the workers about their condition. And now you're integrating both to have a comprehensive analysis. Okay. And this is a example which I have written in the PPT, which you can go through by yourself and understand how this triangulation method devised by Denzine can be utilized in sociological research. And you can give this as a conclusion when there is a comparison between both the methods. So I hope you understood what it really is. Thank you very much. Take care. Best wishes.